If I lost these 3 tools tomorrow, I'd have to redesign a big part of this farm. And that's because these aren't just tools. They actually determine how we plant, cultivate, and manage most direct-seeded crops we grow. Most growers think you build your farm first and then buy the tools later. But on this farm, it happens the other way around. The tools, they come first, and then the system of growing comes around them. Today, I'll show you exactly how that happens. This is probably one of the most important tools in our cultivation system. It is a 2 Bad Cats roller dibbler, but we don't use the dibblers in it the majority of the time. And no, it doesn't save us because it marks rows faster. It saves us because every bed starts exactly the same. Every row gets placed exactly where I want it. Not too close, not approximately, exactly. And when every bed starts the same, every other task becomes much easier to standardize in your operation. What you're looking at is more than planting marks. This spacing determines what tools we can use later. It determines cultivation, even labor, and eventually it determines how much land we can efficiently manage in our system. Actually, we chose the row spacing because it allows the tool to work. The stirrup hoe fits perfectly between the rows. And that means we can cultivate quickly without damaging the crops. A few inches wider and cultivation becomes much harder. We require multiple passes in between the rows themselves. The spacing is at random. It's engineered around the tool. And if it hadn't been raining for the past month, we'd have some really good examples out here in the field. It's actually the first time I've gotten out here in a month, but you can really see the concept with the stirrup hoe between the rows. The stirrup hoe handles the weeds between the rows, but you can't reach weeds growing inside of the rows. That is where the torsion weeder comes in handy. This tool, because of its flexible tines, allows you to cultivate right next to the crops, completely eliminating almost all hand weeding in your system. This is one of the biggest labor-saving tools on the farm, because every weed we remove now is a weed we don't have to worry about later. And that is where production farms either win or lose. The rolling dibbler determines the spacing. The spacing determines the cultivation, and the cultivation determines labor. And labor determines the scale. That's why I don't look at these as separate tools. I look at them as one system. None of these tools are particularly expensive. And no, they're not flashy, they're not exciting, but they probably have more influence over the farm than almost anything else we own. The roller creates the spacing. The stirrup hoe cultivates between rows. And the torsion weeder handles the rest. Each tool solves a specific problem, and that's what turns cultivation into a system instead of a chore. Good farms aren't built by collecting equipment. They're built by creating systems. And sometimes the absolute simplest tool ends up having the biggest impact on your farm. And if you want the full system behind what I'm doing here, from crop timing to workflow and how these systems all connect, that is exactly what I teach inside the Grower's Blueprint. Next week, I'll show you how these same decisions affect crop planning, scheduling, and keeping the whole entire farm moving. because once the cultivation system is in place, everything else starts to build on top of it. And I have some final news for all of you that stuck around till the end of the video. If you'd like to see your farm's logo on my hat in an upcoming video, reach out at growersblueprint.com through the support tab and get a hold of me. As always, keep farming. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day.